Stay to the end of this video for a big surprise. This video is sponsored by AAA, not the company, the guy in my Discord who gave me this game for Christmas, and the reason this video is coming out. So yeah, I played Undertale. I really never thought I'd play this game. It's one of those mega popular things that I avoided because of my experience with the fanbase in this mythical, evil, weird place called high school. Yeah, if that doesn't show my age, I don't know what will. All everyone talked about was having sex with bones and sands. High school is a hell of a drug. Yeah, and there's also the fact that no one wanted to tell me why I should play the game besides, oh, it's good. And for me, that's the worst way to sell me on something. There's this anime airing right now that is hyped up on the fact that it is one of the first modern isekai, and it's good, despite not showing me anything that makes it special. The animation's good, but I digress. That's a video for another time. So with Undertale, I was kind of left in the dark. And since I didn't have a PS4 or Xbox One, or a PC I particularly played games with, I never put much thought into it, until I heard the song, Hopes and Dreams. I heard it at the end of a video one time, and I really liked the song, so I listened to that song for months. It's a really good song, and it made me hype and emotional despite never actually playing the game for myself, and that's what finally got me interested. I always planned to buy it, but I never did, and that's where AAA came in and bought it for me. And for the next 2 days, I streamed my first playthrough of Undertale in my Discord, which you can join in the link in the description below. So how did I feel about it? Well, I like it. I like it a lot. It's one of the few games that the more I separate from it, the more I realize how much it means to me. The only time I've ever had this feeling is with Psycho Pass and Gintama, and those are both anime. I've never had a visceral reaction to a video game before. So maybe in a month I'll be a hardcore Undertale fan. I really had been missing out, and I wish people tried to sell me on something besides Sans, considering he is the character at the bottom of my tier list. Now, Sans fans, it doesn't mean I hate him, but he's just not really my favorite type of character. I like Papyrus more. Again, wish I was told more, because there is so much to love about this game. And as you might have surmised, it is carried by its music, characters, and writing, because the graphics, besides some ray tracing, doesn't do much. The main theme, Undertale, is a leitmotif that plays throughout the entire game. It is so good. It can make me feel jovial or sad, depending on how it's mixed. It's really multi-purpose. And the characters, oh god, the characters! I didn't realize how much I loved them until the end of the game, and even then, it took me watching AAA play the Genocide run for me to completely realize it. Yes, I said watch. I have not played the Genocide run, and I don't think I ever will. I can't bring myself to kill all these characters, even the little monsters. I really like some of them. The dog couple, all the dogs in Snowden, really. The enemies in Hotland, the horse guy who flexes his muscles, even the ice cap guy. I just can't bring myself to hurt them. I have a huge weakness of getting attached to fictional characters. I would have to be a virtual psychopath to kill them. So, when I play the game again, it'll strictly be a pacifist run. Okay, so my main reason for deciding to go completely pacifist on my first run through the game was because of my expert deduction skills. I felt that hopes and dreams would play at the end of that route specifically, and I needed the context, or I would end up playing the game for no reason. So against everyone's suggestions, me, who is bad at bullet hells, never killed anyone. It was rough. I died a lot. Everyone says that this game is about 7 hours and it took me 14. Yeah, I'm that bad. But taking my time, learning about the characters, by basically talking to everyone, immersed me more than I thought it did. As a famous man once said, I didn't notice, but my brain did. I liked becoming friends with everyone, even with people who initially annoyed me. And as someone who is bad at, and usually doesn't like puzzles, I like a lot of the puzzles in this route. Some of them took me a minute to figure out, but they were fun. I also like the Menaton minigames. They were always a fun surprise and were just funny little minigames. What makes the pacifist pathway one of the best things is the ending. Everything is just different after the core. Once Undertale started playing and I got the story of the kid that fell down before me and Azrael, I was invested. And the fight with Asgore, I really didn't want to fight him, but the game forced my hand, and that fight was really hard, at least for me. That fight took me literal hours because I was out of money and I had barely any health items at the moment. I was mad frustrated, but it was fun in retrospect. But after fighting Asgore, I had to fight Flowey, which actually surprised me on how it looked. Like, holy fucking shit, no one ever spoiled that part of the game. And I'm glad that they didn't. It was one of the few times I was glad that the fanbase only talked about Sans, because I was able to experience this game mostly blind. Anyway, after the epic boss fight with Flowey, I realized that Hopes and Dreams had not played yet. A song that kinda sounded like Hopes and Dreams, but it wasn't. I found it from AAA, it's called Finale. So I realized I still had some work to do. So after finishing up some loose ends, because I didn't become close enough friends with Undyne, how was I supposed to know I could go back and go to her house and have dinner with her? Like, how was I supposed to? Anyway, after that whole Undyne thing, I did some stuff with Alphys and got her and Undyne together, and then I hit the creepiest part of the game, the underground laboratory. So, heads up, I'm not one to normally get scared, so I wasn't scared in this section per se, but I was getting a really uncomfortable feeling down there, seeing these horrific creatures. Man, no one ever tells you this about Undertale, so I was not mentally prepared. And I just wanted to mention it because... Woo! 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 It left an impact on me. But after that, I had to fight Asgore again. And because I fought him for hours, I was not ready to do it again. But then Toriel showed up, and I was like, holy shit, I didn't expect you to be here. I thought you were at the ruins. Then all my friends showed up, and have witty banter, and Toriel and Sans find out who each other are, and they continue to tell bad jokes to each other. And I almost forgot Hopes and Dreams didn't play, and I was just happy. Like, this was the fruits of my labor, a happy ending. Huh. But then Papyrus said a flower told him to call everyone here and shit kinda hit the fan. So Flowey revealed that he wasn't just gonna let us go and he was gonna force us to go through this whole adventure once again for his entertainment. And he kidnaps my friends and everything looks hopeless. Then Flowey turns into Azrael and asks if I remember him. Then he turns into his adult form as Azrael. And when everything looked even more hopeless, I'm filled with everyone's hopes and dreams to fight Azrael. Because I'm bad, of course, I died pretty quickly. But what got me hyped is instead of dying, the game said, but it refused. And I just kept fighting. This was the hypest I felt in a video game in a while. I kept going with hopes and dreams playing in the background. I finally had my context, but it's not over. He turns into his final form, and I can't move. But even though I can't save and go back, I can save my friends. And at this point, I was screaming, let's go. I was so into it. And I luckily didn't die in this last part or would have broken the immersion. So then I go save my friends in the cutest, most heartwarming way possible, but save the world blasting in the background. Then I had one last person to save. Him. So I reach into his soul while his theme is playing, and I get to see the backstory that was only in words, and then everything clicks. I'm not the character that I named myself at the beginning of the game. I'm Frisk. And ladies and gentlemen, they are my favorite character in the game. Frisk has that raw shonen protagonist energy that I just can't get enough of. I don't even care that they don't talk. Actions speak louder than words. It's probably because as I've gotten older, just pure positivity and pure niceness has become less of a, ugh, that's so, nah, why is he more edgy? No, I love it. I love that pure niceness that you can have on the pacifist run. It's so good. I love Frisk. Sorry for fanboying out here. And after breaking Azrael to the point where he doesn't want to fight anymore, he concedes. He uses the souls to free the monsters and set everything back to normal, and I have the option to hug him. And me, someone who has a hard time forgiving villains, had to do it. I hugged that goat boy, bro. I hugged him. And of course, at this point, I was a little teary-eyed throughout the whole final battle. So as the game is wrapping up, I get to talk to my friends before we go to the human world, and I get to talk to everyone. And I mean everyone. I walked all the way back to the very beginning of the game at the ruins, and there was Azrael. I got to talk to him, learn about his dead friend, and just say goodbye. And the game ends with a traditional happy ending that I refuse to ruin with a genocide run. Sorry if this became a recap video for a bit, but you need to understand the fact that I was so invested in a game that looks like this, that isn't even really my genre, shows just how much of a quality work Undertale really is. It took me writing this script, but I get it. I finally get it. After 5 years, I finally understand. Undertale is amazing. It may not be my favorite thing of all time, but over the course of this script, I already went from an 8 to a 9, so who knows? I just have to share that the hype is real and the game is worth checking out. But also I want to say, thanks to the Undertale fandom. Thank you for the bottom of my heart for staying silent. This game wouldn't mean as nearly as much to me if you didn't. And subscribers, thanks, all 1,000 of you. Hey, you like the new avatar? Hey, yeah, this is great. Told you to stay to the end of the video. Well, yeah, this is my new avatar. Looks cool, right? I like it anyway. This was actually made by Hero. He's a guy in my Discord. I'll link his Twitter in the description below. And his actually, you know, I'll just link it all the time. In all my videos, it'll be there. But yeah, thank you to Hero for accepting my commission and giving me some new kicks for the new season. So a thing that I didn't mention in the video is that the guy who did my new background isn't a stock photo I didn't make it, and I didn't make it myself. It was actually done by Kieran Mack. The video wasn't done yet when I was doing this. Well, it wasn't. Not that it wasn't done. I recorded a bunch of audio already, and then yeah. So yeah. So this is the last minute add-on while I'm editing. Yeah. Kieran Mack. His channel will also be in the description. New year, new me, boys. 2021 is going to be huge for me. I got a bunch of things planned. I just passed 1,000 subscribers. Everything is popping off, and hopefully we end this year with 10,000. I know, stupid goal, but I want to be on that grind. I've seen people do it before, so hopefully I'm able to live up to your guys' content expectations. Alright, see ya!